Multi-story buildings and other beautiful development infrastructures are increasing day to day in Rwanda, especially in the capital city Kigali. Investors are injecting a lot of money, while lay workers lend their energy in the construction of these infrastructures to earn their living. Though it presents job opportunities, a number of workers on the construction sites declare violation of labor rights in these days.
They brought us papers and said, write that I, the named, work for KCC but a casual worker. Once the job ends, I will leave without compensation. They wanted us to sign. If you don't sign, they directly dismiss you.
We have no right at all here because they can dismiss us anytime. You understand? That is not easy.
These are some workers testifying violation of their rights as we meet them at the construction site in Kigali.
We named this site at Pharaoh's because when you are at work, you can receive a slap from a supervisor saying, work you kid, quickly, no one breathes or breaks. If you are caught drinking water, you are immediately dismissed. If you are caught going to toilet, you are immediately chased.
Workers' complaints are not few. They include lack of contracts, forced agreements in favor of employers, being beaten, working under fear of being dismissed without notice of compensation, harassment, lack of payment for extra hours, delayed or rejected payments. Those we interviewed say they are embarrassed by these issues, which are hard to get rid of because of unemployment burden, especially the youth.
There are a lot of consequences. Now the landlord forced me out of the house. I'm a wanderer among friends. Not only the issue of rent, but also a lot of debts in shops where we live.
We worked as slaves because getting a job here in Rwanda is a serious problem.
When I reached the office, I was forced to sign a worksheet with 4,000 for 8 work days. And they told me that I'm dismissed, and I walked out. Reaching the gate, security officers stopped me. There was a white security person. He lifted, threw me down, and he started beating me. I was saved by presidential guards who were in the nearby.
We came to this BCEG office to claim our salary. They refused us to enter, saying that they don't know us.
If we work, for example, for 5 years, when time comes to dismiss or give compensation, we are chased as dogs, or as you can tie a goat there. We have no written agreements. Work days off are not recorded, and you go without recognition.
What are you now asking?
We simply claim our rights of the employee versus the employer.
Some workers moved from words to what is compared to protest. In Kayonza district in the eastern province of Rwanda, there are those who recently spent days at the high school claiming payment. There are also hundreds in Kigali who are moving from employers to authorities' offices to claim their wages. It is hard to interview managers of construction companies when they learn you want to raise worker right-related issues. However, few who accept to talk to us refute workers' complaints.
There is never any aggression in our company.
Who has beaten that employee of yours?
There might have been a slight issue, and they said he was beaten, but he wasn't. Saying that they are dismissed without notice is out of point.
Do you have some copies of notice letters?
We have copies, but we cannot show them to you.
No, this place can be compared to Pharaoh. It doesn't exist. So when there are a lot of workers, they sometimes joke and say vulgar things. Like 65 bricklayers. They're not often expected to say logical topics. He or she can talk for the sake of joking. But that's not true.
Though employers in the construction companies deny these allegations, labor inspectors confirm that matters alleged by workers are present and had summoned some of these denying employers for mediation. The Confederation of Trade Unions in Rwanda Sestrar emphasized that employers should be held accountable if they fail to fulfill their responsibilities toward employees. Rick Manzi, the Secretary General of Sestrar, suggests that workers may drag employers to court if mediation fails.
Laws do not allow to employ someone in more than 6 months without a contract. Also, look at the duties they have. Is it something to do in 2 or 3 days? You can't deny contracts for people who worked 1 or 2 years. We need to analyze it well.
The National Commission for Human Rights indicates that it has received many complaints from workers in the construction sector. Nirere Madalen, president of the commission, evokes lack of law compliance among some employers, noting that respecting laws can help address these issues.
There are clear
guidelines and there are institutions. What I can say is that laws need to be followed. Also, workers in the construction sector, they are often affected by a lot of those problems, should know those laws protecting them.
The civil society recently asked the government to look into the issue of investors who look at high interest on the expenses of their manpower. For Flash TV, I'm Peter Muyombano.